but I'm here. I hope everybody is doing good today. Get my computer together so I can see the comments better. As you're entering the chat, be sure to give this live session a thumbs up for me. Also, feel free to comment, let me know you're here, and tell me something that you're grateful for this week. And I'll go first. One of the things I'm grateful for is just progress on this construction that's going on in our house. The contractors came and did some work this week, so I'm looking forward to that because we're trying to get our house back in order. It has been under construction for some months now due to a open home claim. So I will be doing an update for you guys in a video to explain my whole experience with this first time using a home claim through the home insurance company. It's very ghetto, y'all. I don't recommend it. But seriously, it is good to have home insurance, but home insurance companies drag stuff out. If you don't own a home and you've ever had to deal with like renter's insurance due to some sort of property loss, then you probably understand that they can drag stuff out sometimes. So that's kind of been our situation. So I'm happy to see progress. That was something that I'm thankful for. Also thankful for health during this time. I mean, everything going on in the world, there's plenty of people that are not well. I just saw a Life After Lockup reminder, and I need to watch that because I missed the first episode of the new season. I'm going to have to start doing 9:30 again because being late made my folks not show up. If you here, say hey and give this live a thumbs up. I see somebody in the chat. Hey to whoever this is. Let's see if subscribe and share to like the. Also, I'm grateful that I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. That's something that I had a goal for in August. And so to be able to achieve that last month was really exciting. I think I got it, August 30th, August 29th, something like that. I was really proud to hit that milestone. My next milestone is 10K. I'm looking for 10K on YouTube, and I'm looking for 10K on TikTok because you can get monetized with 10K on TikTok. So as y'all know, I'm trying to widen my streams and grow on social media. So I'm very much interested in growing on all these different platforms. But I feel like TikTok is a space where you can grow really fast, and it's really a good way to promote yourself for YouTube as well. So I'm kind of using them hand in hand now. But then there's new content that I put on my TikTok that I don't put here on YouTube. Everybody's not here. Let me put this on my live session. Come talk for a few. And if y'all hear my TV in the background, it's because my son was in here watching TV first. But he might end up falling asleep by the time I get off here. Okay. I shared it on my community tab and I shared it on Twitter. I was trying to see if I could get it shared somewhere else, but I don't know. Facebook be moving so slow. It's so annoying. By the time it gets pushed out by its algorithm, I won't be on here no more. Like, that's how it is. Let's see. Hey D, somebody finally came and talked to me. You're my first viewer that said something. How are you? Hopefully that TV is not too loud. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. I had some bourbon, y'all. I'm good. I'm good. I was talking about, well, to myself, so I'm gonna repeat it. I was talking about basically how I'm really glad that I hit 1K on TikTok. I literally feel like I was just telling y'all last week that I had that goal and I hit it within the last time I talked to you guys. So that was one thing I was grateful for. And then the other thing is that we're making progress on the remodeling of our home because we had like a water damage thing happen. And I will be making a whole YouTube video about how this experience went. But I had to file a home insurance claim and it's been dragging on for most of this year. And so the contractors came and started working on some stuff. So that's something that I'm really happy about because we want to get our house back to normal so that we can get everything kind of cleaned up and on to how it used to be, and we can have family come over here and stuff again. So the water in our apartment has been out since yesterday, and they said it won't be fixed for days. Oh no. That is so annoying. Are they going to do something to help you guys out for the inconvenience? Are they going to give y'all some sort of discount on your rent this month? Or are they doing something to give you guys an alternative as far as a place to go and shower temporarily? Like, do they have any vacant apartments that they can give y'all keys to use for showering in the meantime? Because that's inconvenient. Nope, they are doing nothing. My mom said to ask for a discount on our rent because, yeah, I think you should definitely ask for a discount on your rent. If water is included and it's not working, that's part of what you're paying in your rent every month. So they need to reimburse you. Second time this happened in the 9 months we've lived here. Yeah, I would definitely leave a review when you move out to share that because that's unacceptable. Now, if the power goes out for the whole neighborhood, that's different. But when it's just something going on with your building and it seems to always be an issue with the people that live in your unit, then that means that they are taking shortcuts on maintenance and they need to do better. Because y'all should not be inconvenienced like that with something so important. Not having something so important like, you know, water or heat. Like, those things are super important. Wow. Yeah, they suck. I understand. I'm looking at this. Recently, I've signed up for MagicLinks, and I'm using it as a way to affiliate market for my plus size try-ons and lifestyle content. Once everything gets remodeled, I want to remodel the bathroom and like decorate, and I want to do like some decorate with me type vloggy type content. So Target is on here. I was thinking about doing a Target themed bathroom and also just sharing my experience decorating Josiah's room with him because his room was affected too. But with MagicLinks, you can share links to stuff and then they'll give you a commission for the sales that you get. So I was looking at the website trying to get some ideas of stores that I should try. And I saw one on there that my friend used recently. But, oh, Adam and Eve is on here, girl. You told me about Adam and Eve. So if I place an order for something, I can use your promo code, and then if I buy something, I could literally do a review and put a link from MagicLinks in the description box, and I'd end up getting a percentage of whatever sales I do. I'm like, do they have roses? Let me see for her. I'm excited. I'm like, ooh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this. They have a rose on here. It's $60 though, but it's on here. They got some stuff on clearance. Okay, Adam and Eve. But yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, Adidas is on here. I didn't know that. Is Nike on here? Y'all, I'm excited. But the whole point of me bringing it up is that I'm just trying to diversify the ways that I can make money online. So I'm on here so much, and I feel like certain people have like bought stuff because of things that I've said, and I just feel like I should make that a way to make extra cash, just like the survey websites that I tell people to do. Which, by the way, I've been trying to do those more, but I've been so busy, I just really haven't had the time. Nike is on here, y'all. I wanted to do a Nike fall haul anyway. So maybe I can do Nike and Adidas. Just like, that was really loud. People probably thinking somebody fell and got hurt in the background. That's what it sounds like. You all right? Just I think he on WrestleMania. So he back there flipping on the couch and the floor, like wrestling his stuffed animals in the background. So D, how is things going with everything? I know last week you were saying you were excited about starting your new job. Have you started yet, or are you still waiting to start? I did not say Walmart Brazil. Walmart. Oh, so Walmart is not monetizable. I started part-time until next week. How do you like it so far? Speaking of jobs, I uploaded a new video today, and I did a story time about the worst job I ever had. So I'm going to put the link to it in the chat. Be sure to check it out if you didn't see it. I think I'm going to start doing more story times. Let me know if you think I should do more story times. But I think I'm going to start doing them. That's my latest video. D, I know you saw it already, so disregard me, girl. I like it. It can be stressful when both of the babies cry at the same time. I can only imagine, and I'm pretty sure you're helping the mom not be stressed, because 2 babies at the same age is really a lot. Like, it's truly a lot. Aww. Did you say that they are 3 months old? I forgot. Bless you, Josiah.
That hurt my nose.
It hurt your nose.
Yes, I sneezed and I hurt my nose.
Oh, I'm sorry. You might be cold because you tried to
block it.
No, because you had your body exposed to the water. You didn't dry yourself off all the way. I mean, we were telling you to dry off. Subscribe. She's an internal medicine doctor. Her husband is a surgeon, so she's been letting her hubby sleep through the night because she doesn't want him to. Where'd it go? There we go. She doesn't want him to be sleep deprived and cutting people's heads open. Yeah, because that could go really bad. So I could respect that. I could definitely respect that, although it's a little scary. All right. I suck at multitasking. Oh, that's so sweet. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by again. I appreciate you. Are you back from vacation? I saw on your Instagram some of your vacation photos. How you doing? I think my computer is stuck on where I was at like 20 minutes ago. Yes, I understand that ugh in front of it because it's hard to adjust after having that time off. I know that's right. My favorite part about going on vacation is being there. And my least favorite part is coming back. I don't know where hubby and I should move. It's been a year to this. I have a year to decide and I'm already stressed. What are your top 3? It is an important decision, but you can always move again if you don't like it after a couple of years. But tell me, what are your top 3 states that you're considering moving to? And are y'all trying to get a house in the state that y'all are moving to immediately? Or are you more so trying to get an apartment? California, Georgia, or Florida? Florida and California has the wildfires that you have to worry about. And Florida has hurricane season that you have to worry about. Georgia is safer as far as natural disasters and things. And the cost of living is pretty cheap here. And I think it's pretty cheap in Florida as long as you don't choose a touristy area like Orlando, Miami, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, like anything that's near where folks go to party is probably not going to be inexpensive cost of living. Even in Georgia, if you move to Atlanta, it's going to be more expensive than if you move to a city outside of Atlanta or in the suburbs because it's just cheaper. So California is a beautiful place. It's a nice environment. They have laws that protect people, minorities, and people with backgrounds and things like that. But the cost of living there is very expensive. So you want to have some good money if you're going to move out there, because if the cost of living is lower, it's going to be harder to get used to the difference if you're making similar income that you make currently, and then you move somewhere where it's like twice as much. Like if their minimum wage there is $15 already, because their cost of living is so much higher than in ours in the South. Whereas our minimum wage is still $7.25. Because, I mean, not that that's affordable, because that ain't affordable. We're planning to save $20,000 before we go, $10,000 minimum. That's a good number. You're gonna need it. And if you want to really like lux out your place or get lots of the furniture and stuff that makes it feel like yours, then you definitely are gonna need closer to, I would say, 10 to 15K, so that you can set aside money for furniture. Because furniture is expensive. You can get it off Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, but y'all wouldn't be knowing anybody that well. So it could be nerve-wracking to buy furniture from strangers when you're living in a place that you're not familiar with. Scary even. But when I start redecorating stuff here, I'm open to looking into Facebook and stuff like that because you can get some nice stuff off Facebook Marketplace. And even Craigslist offer up 5 Miles, Mercari, those places where you can like trade with people locally. All of those places are good, but it's just the safety of it all. And then with the pandemic, you have to worry about the cleanliness of it all. And if that person was a clean person, you're not putting used furniture in that had somebody that was germy touching and sleeping all on it or sitting all on it. So there's that. But yeah, I definitely say 10 to 15K before you move. I got my microwave and my coffee table off Marketplace. Yes, like Marketplace. I like Marketplace because it's a little bit more safe. Like Facebook makes people go through a verification process, and that verification process is what helps people rank. So it's like, Josiah, why are you yelling help in the background? You can't do that. They gonna think something really wrong with you. I'm live right now. You're not stuck. You playing. Josiah. From now on, you gonna go in there with Dez while I'm doing this. He's not really stuck, y'all. Like he's playing games. Hold on. Let me make sure that he's not stuck. But I know that he's not stuck. Now don't say hi. You're stuck. You little boy in distress.
Thank you.
Do not go back there again.
How?
And what does he start doing when I get over there, y'all? He starts busting out laughing. My cousin does that too. Help me out whenever I'm on live or FaceTime. Yeah, like he's just being dramatic because he's bored. I'm like, go to bed. Every week while I'm on here talking to y'all, he will be back there like making noise, and I'm like, stop. And then he eventually falls asleep. He has school now, so staying up super late is not ideal for him because he still got to get up for school the next day. Please stop flipping and stuff. His bed is up here temporarily because his room is being remodeled. So he thinks that this is his playground. How old is your cousin? Josiah is 6. I feel like he should have grown out of that by now. I'm going back to school next summer. Oh, how exciting. Congratulations.
How old is she?
Oh, she's your age, Josiah. She's 6.
Wow.
Maybe it's a 6-year-old thing.
None of your business.
Josiah, don't be a smart mouth. You cut that TV off and go lay down with Des. You're not hurting my feelings. You're talking too much. They don't need to hear you talking back and being a smart mouth. That's not cute. What comes after talking back is getting grounded. Word of the day, grounded. No, I feel like these new children are just cut from a different cloth. And maybe it's the Disney channels that they watch. But they don't have that fear that I had growing up when it came to talking to my parents any kind of way. I don't know. Because my mama and my daddy, they put me in my place pretty quickly. I saw that Kev on stage posted and asked, could you answer your parents what when they called your name? And I thought about it and I was like, nah, I couldn't. I don't know anybody really that could say what if their parents called their name. What about y'all? If your parents called your name, let's say you were in your room and your mom's like, you know, your name, come here, and could you answer your mom or dad and be like, what? My dad wouldn't let me watch too much Disney because he said it encouraged stupidity. I feel like that at times too, and Nickelodeon as well, with some of the shows that he watches. Like, I can't stand most of them. I'm not even gonna list names. I'm just gonna say I can't stand most of them, but he likes to watch them. He says the girls on the shows acted stupid and was treated like it was funny. Apparently, that's what his anger management teacher said. I would say yes or coming. Yeah, that's kind of what we had to say. Yes, yes, ma'am, no, no, ma'am, or yes or no, sir. Or just yes, but not no what. Honestly, even when I say what, if Des calls my name or Josiah calls my name, when you really think about it, when you're answering like that, it's because you're like annoyed that they're calling your name. It's nothing really respectful about that. So I can understand why children would not do that to their parents, or why parents would not let their children talk to them that way. My mom's favorite line was, "I was not one of your little friends." Yeah, my mom used to tell me all the time I wasn't her friend. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I'm not one of your little friends. Like, yes, ma'am. I still don't know. Don't say what. I say yes, babe, but my husband is white. So.
Your husband is not that cool.
Josiah, the person on the chat said it. I'm just reading what they said. But thank you for being in my conversation. But now look at her, my bestie.
Wow.
Oh, it be like that sometimes. Sometimes it takes you separating from your parents for y'all to actually be able to get along. When you become an adult and you live under your parents' roof, and then it's like you're becoming your own person and they still expect you to be their baby, their child. They treat you like you are a kid, even when you're not. And it's like when you move on and you're doing your own thing, or you get married, you kind of have your own life, they tend to loosen up a little bit. And you realize how cool they are to be cool with, not just them seeing you as the parent. Yeah, I got closer to my parents when I moved out. My stepmom and my dad. Once I moved out, I feel like our relationships got better with each other. Oh, yeah, so I can understand how that could be limiting and kind of make you feel like a child, though. And so it's like you don't want to spend extra time with somebody that makes you feel like a child. What'd you eat for dinner tonight, D? I had some shrimp scampi and broccoli that Des made. It was pretty good. They were strict, which is why I get wanting to protect your kids, but there has to be balance. Otherwise, you just create sneaky kids. Yeah, you definitely create sneaky kids that don't trust you enough to share what's going on with them. So they would rather tell their friends or get into a relationship with somebody else and confide in them than you, because you've made them feel like you don't hear them for who they are as the child. You don't feel their emotions because you see them as a kid, so you don't care about their emotions. So it's so important not to do that, because you end up creating children that don't want to know you outside of the parenting dynamic. Mexican food. I stopped eating meat and it didn't hit the same. Oh, what did you get from a vegetarian perspective? Because I don't be knowing what I can get that's gonna make me feel good. Like, did it have the sauce and stuff on it, or how was it? I had a deep talk with my mom and told her about. So like, she was always accusing me. Oh, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. And also, like, in addition to being too strict or being a disciplinary all the time, it's also just like not listening to your kids. Like if you don't listen to them when they tell you stuff, and then something really bad happens, they're not going to feel safe to tell you what's going on because you've never listened to them before. Or you accuse them of not being honest when they were telling you the truth. And so it ends up making it to where when something bad happens, they're going to run to everybody else and not you because they tried talking to you about it and you never really listened. No meat, tomatoes, green peppers, onions, and cheese. Maybe try, do you like mushrooms? If you don't like mushrooms, then this isn't going to help. But I was going to say mushrooms absorb the flavor of whatever seasonings you use. And it has like a meaty texture. So what I would do next time is do a quesadilla with mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions. Don't do any tomato because the raw tomatoes can have a slimy texture depending on how ripe they are. And then use whatever sauce you like your quesadilla to have, and I think it would taste better next time. But if you don't like mushrooms, then maybe try doing a bean, because it's like a meaty, hearty type taste. It might give it that texture that you're used to in ground beef or ground turkey or ground or shredded chicken. I'm not a fan of tomatoes, but I'm not too picky, so I still ate it. The tomatoes is what messed it up. Like, even if you didn't want to add the mushrooms to it, I think if you tried your quesadilla again and only put queso, bell peppers, and onion, it's going to taste better, because something about raw tomatoes on top of like cooked peppers and onions, the textures and the temperatures are different, so it might not taste good all the time. It was the tomatoes, and I love tomatoes, but I've learned what pairs well with tomatoes. To me, tomatoes taste better in like cold stuff, like a cold cut sandwich, a salad, even like on the side as something to like cool off collards or cool off. People make like bacon and eggs and put sliced tomatoes on the side in the country. So like tomatoes go good with that type of stuff. But when you start mixing tomatoes with like hot sandwiches or hot foods, it can make the texture get weird.
I need a Clarington.
Go tell Des. Josiah doesn't like to wear his mask. And now he's all sniffly. And I'm just like, honey, that Saya won't never do right. I'm just worried about these kids and being in school. It's been a lot of Rona outbreaks, and the kids don't do a good job with keeping their hands off each other. It's really scary. Like, you can't miss no more school over no cold, Josiah. So you got to help us help you by keeping yourself warm and not touching everything and keeping your mask on when you're playing with those children inside, so y'all not spreading those germs. Right there. And they don't be washing their hands. I still have to get on Saya about that. Like, if I see him come out the bathroom, I'm like, wash your hands. Like, you got to wash your hands to the point that your skin starts getting dry, to really make sure you're taking care of your hands, because those are the things that I think people stop doing, and it's the reason why germs are spreading. People are not sanitizing. People are not washing their hands. People are not keeping apart from each other. You're seeing a lot of pre-2020 activity, and it's just not good, because it's making everybody continue to get sick and continue spreading this thing. And the kids are the worst at it because they're young and they don't necessarily understand the severity or the seriousness of it, to have the discipline to stay away from each other and not touch. It's a lot. Grown people can't even do it, but the children especially. are struggling. So, but you know what, you guys? I want to say thanks for joining me tonight. I know I was late. I am going to try to come at 9:30 or at least before 10 next week so that we can catch more of our regulars. Dee, thank you for staying and being here. I'm going to answer that before I sign off. I've been here all my life, so I feel like I'm biased. But yes, I love Georgia, and I couldn't see myself moving out of Georgia. Now, I'd love to visit multiple places, but I feel like Georgia is a good place to build a business, to seek opportunities, to network, and find success in whatever you decide to do. Whether that's work for someone else or to create your own thing. I really think that it's a good place. And like I said before, it's safe as you think about natural disasters and seasonal things like snowstorms, hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. We don't really have that here, you know, and that's one thing that I like, that there's other places that I'd love to go and visit, but I wouldn't necessarily want to live because of the recurring natural disasters every single year that can like wipe out their city or wipe out their resources. So yeah, I think it's a good choice. I don't have an issue with the area that I met you in, but I don't know much about it. It seemed like that area that we were in was safe and quiet. But if you're wanting things to do all the time and like feeling like you're not gonna run out of like opportunities and stuff, Atlanta is one of those cities. Another city that wasn't on your list is Dallas, Texas. A lot of Gen X and millennials move there for new opportunities too. Those are the top two that I can think of. And Florida is cool. I'm not going to say Florida's not cool, but they have tropical storms all the time. Like hurricane season is a true, regular thing for them. For us, hurricane season for the Gulf areas, like some of Florida, some of Mississippi, some of New Orleans and other places in Louisiana, that season for them only really causes heavy rain for us. So that's the type of thing I would think about. I like South Carolina, but I couldn't see myself living there. That makes sense. Well, you and your husband should just keep booking little trips for 3 days. I would say give yourself at least 3 days. 4 would be ideal. You don't need a full week, but I would say at least 4 days. 3 to 4 days, so that you can test out the neighborhoods, test out the environment, and see what you like about it. And just watch YouTube videos too, and look for folks in the areas that you're interested in going to. Thank you. Like if they do vlogs and stuff, you can kind of see like, oh, could I see myself being in this environment, or is this like, it looks like it'd be fun to visit, but I wouldn't necessarily want to live there. Like Vegas, that's one of them places where I thought it was so fun to visit, and I really sincerely enjoyed it. I could see myself adding that to my list. Yeah, I'll be up for a while because I'm finna get off of here soon, but I'll still be up until at least another hour. But I just feel like it's such a fast place and it's just a lot going on. I don't know if I would want to live there, coming from where I've come from and how I grew up. But it's still a really fun place. I feel the same way about Miami. Miami is such a fun place. When I went there, I had the time of my life with my friends, and I have been wanting to go back there ever since. I've tried to go with Dez. We were supposed to go in 2020, but we ended up having to cancel it because of Rona. So I haven't been back since like my 24th birthday, and next year I'll be celebrating my 29th birthday. I can't believe it. Ooh. My husband will be 30 next year. We're getting up there, y'all, but we not old. We not old. We ain't gonna say we old. 30 is not old. But I bring that up to say I could not see myself living in Miami or Las Vegas, although I had so much fun at either place. But Georgia, it's it's a place you can turn up, but it's also a place where you can live and raise your family. So I'm biased though, because I've been here. But I'm about to go so I can try to wind down and get into bed before midnight my time. I do appreciate you guys coming to talk with me for a little while or just listening. I love y'all so much. I will see you next week. Yeah, I feel like Georgia is it, but try to talk to somebody who lives in California and try to talk to somebody who lives in Florida. Like my friend Kira, she lives in Florida and she might be a really good person to talk to about living in Florida and raising a family because that's what she did. But Georgia, I do think that it gives you both. And I know people that I met in Georgia that moved to other states that say that they wish they could move back to Georgia. So, yeah. I think it's a great place. That's why everybody keeps moving here. That and it's affordable. But I'm about to go. Again, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. And I will try to see you guys next week. Probably, I'm not even going to say try. I will see you guys next week. But I will try to come earlier so we can talk a little bit longer. But y'all have a good night. Bye.